Hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well and good. Welcome back to my channel, Musicalina, where I talk about all things music, and today I'm going to share with you my top 5 favorite guitar players. First up on my list is Jimmy Page. So Jimmy Page was born January 9th, 1944. He was in a band called the Yardbirds from 1966 to 1968. After they broke up, he founded Led Zeppelin, and they continued being Led Zeppelin up until 1980 after John Bonham's untimely death. It was the Elvis Presley song Let's Play House that inspired Jimmy to take up guitar. Obviously, Jimmy Page's guitar riffs are amongst the most memorable in the history of music. Songs like Kashmir, you hear that riff, you cannot get it out of your head. It is iconic. His solos are emotionally engaging. They sound somehow gritty and polished at the same time. One of my favorite Zeppelin songs, which is called Since I've Been Loving You, that riff, it sounds like his guitar is crying. So yeah, Jimmy Page, kind of a no-brainer on this list. Next up is Prince. Prince Rogers Nelson was born in Minneapolis on June 7th, 1958. He's an exceptional rhythm guitarist and a brilliant soloist. His solos are glamorous and flashy and impossible to ignore. Songs like Purple Rain really highlight his genius. So in 2004, Prince, along with George Harrison, ZZ Top, Bob Seger, Jackson Browne, and others were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, Steve Winwood, and Donnie Harrison, who is George's son, along with Prince, all came together at the end of the ceremony to do a rendition of While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And there is footage of this online. If you have never seen it, I highly suggest that you seek it out online. It is absolutely magical. All of these guys up there with this song. I have mentioned in a previous video that that song is my favorite Beatles song. Prince shows up like halfway through the song and blows out this solo that is just absolutely mind-blowing, jaw-dropping. And something happens at the end of the song, which is really interesting. Prince takes off his guitar and he tosses it up into the air, and it doesn't come back down. Who caught it? Who caught it? God caught it. Yeah. Next up is Brian May of Queen. So Brian May was born July 19th, 1947 in the UK. Along with being a guitar player and a songwriter, he's also a producer as well as an astrophysicist. Brian's signature guitar is called the Red Special, and it's a guitar that he and his father Harold actually designed and built together, and he still uses it to this day. I remember when I first discovered Queen, I think I had mentioned to my dad about the sound of Brian May's guitar and how different it sounded, how it didn't really sound like any other electric guitar, and my dad had said it's because Brian May built it. He made it. Not that he would ever sell the thing, but apparently if he were to sell the Red Special, it would fetch upwards of at least $2 million. Apparently he doesn't have it insured either. It's not insured. That if something were to happen to it, there's simply nothing that could be done to actually replace it. Or so I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I personally love the guitar riff to the song Hammer to Fall, and I love his guitar work on Who Wants to Live Forever. It is so haunting. It gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. Next on my list is Ani DeFranco. So Ani DeFranco was born on September 23rd, 1970 in Buffalo, New York. Her music has been described as folk rock or alternative, but I don't know if I really agree with those titles. I think her music is kind of a genre unto itself. Along with being an amazing singer and songwriter, her guitar work is absolutely incredible. It is so different than really anything else you've ever heard. I first got into Annie by listening to her live albums, Living in Clip and So Much Shouting, So Much Laughter. And I believe in Living in Clip, at least, it's just 3 people on stage. It's Annie and her bass player and her drummer. And it sounds like a full band. Her playing sounds like several people playing. I do personally feel that she's at her best when she is playing live. I think her live recordings are much better than her studio recordings in that there is this energy that is just crackling throughout the songs. You can feel the electricity coming off of her as she plays. My favorite studio album that she has done is called Reveling Reckoning. It's a double album, one called Reveling, one called Reckoning. And my favorite song off of both of those albums is a song called School Night. My favorite Annie DeFranco song is a song called Not a Pretty Girl. It's a song that I related to when I first heard it in my teens. I related to it throughout my life as a young adult, and now as a full-grown adult, I relate to it just as much. I can relate to the lyrics of that song on a very personal level based on how I have been perceived and treated pretty much my whole life, as I am very small with a little button nose and a little voice, and I am treated as she describes in the song, a kitten stuck up in a tree. I am actually the furthest thing from that. So I just want to read you a little bit of the lyrics from this track, some of my favorite lyrics. I am not an angry girl, but it seems like I've got everyone fooled. Every time I say something they find hard to hear, they chalk it up to their own anger and never to their own fear. Imagine you're a girl just trying to finally come clean, knowing full well they prefer you were dirty, and smiling. And the last guitar player on my list, my favorite guitar player of all time, is Slash. As all of you know, Slash is the lead guitarist in Guns N' Roses. He also has a pretty prolific solo career as well. Slash was born Saul Hudson on July 23rd, 1965 in London. So is Slash the most technically proficient guitar player out there? No. Is he the flashiest? No. Did he build his own guitar? No, not to my knowledge. He plays Les Pauls. But it's his work, it's his solos that move me the most. His solos tell a story. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Songs like November Rain and Estranged, right? Those are wonderful songs. However, there is an element of cheese to those songs. I believe lyrically there's an element of cheese to those songs. I believe that Slash's guitar work in songs like November Rain and Estranged elevate those songs. They pull them out of the corny box and really elevate them to something really, really moving. A song like Double Talk and Jive, which I believe is on Illusion 1, his guitar work elevates that song to almost like a mini movie. And then of course he has riffs like on Welcome to the Jungle and Sweet Child of Mine, which are as iconic as something like Stairway to Heaven or Kashmir. There is a song that he has off one of his solo albums, Apocalyptic Love. The song is called Anastasia, and his guitar work on that song is really extraordinary. This man was born to play guitar. It is just a natural extension of him. I love that he's still playing. I love that he was able to reconcile with Axl. And hopefully we will see them out on tour eventually once everything calms down. So yeah, that's it. That's my list. Those are my 5 favorite guitarists of all time. Please comment down below and let me know who your favorite is, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.